Innovate's UK KTN Innovation Exchange provides ambitious solution providers with the opportunity to collaborate with key industry stakeholders, helping these major businesses discover the most innovative solutions to solve real-world problems.
IX is a bit different to any other open innovation programme that you might see. What I love about it is if a challenge holder, as we define them, has a problem that they can't solve with their existing supply chain, we help reach parts of the supply chain that they wouldn't normally reach. I guess we have a black book that other organisations might not have at their fingertips.
First of all, it's the challenge owners, and they really like it because it allows them to get access to new ideas from different sectors of people they wouldn't normally meet. And the second party are the solution providers. And what they really struggle with is getting access, getting their foot through the door to the right people. And this takes them and introduces them to the right people with the technical skills that will assess what they're proposing.
It helps people find things they didn't know. It's those solutions that, gosh, never even thought that would work, or I didn't know that we could sell that to those. And that's the advantage for both sides.
The main benefit of Innovation Exchange is it breaks down barriers, it breaks down silos. Innovation and commercialisation is perceived as incredibly difficult. The IX process facilitates the transition of technology through to commercialisation across sectors.
Large companies, small companies, everybody's busy, everybody is tied up. We try and reduce the amount of time that you need to put into to get what you require.
So with the Innovation Exchange, we've proven it to be successful primarily in the energy sector. However, net zero gives us a great opportunity to step into other sectors. In addition, we have potential growth areas with local authorities. We can create an Innovation Exchange for the investor network. So there are a great number of areas where this can grow.
The way we've designed the IX process makes it really easy for public sector organisations to implement, as it maps perfectly to the innovation partnership procurement routes.
The solutions that we've been able to extract through the process, we've reached out to, I think, some 40,000 businesses across the UK. We've really gained from the technologists in the KTN and the real subject matter experts that could really help us to distinguish from what might be good projects to what are excellent projects. We've really been able to get the cream of the crop through that to get to some really, really exciting, promising, highly innovative projects that I think without the KTN we wouldn't necessarily have been able to find.
Our technology began initially in the food industry, and then by the help of KTN we managed to move it into nuclear industry, but also now we are thinking of its use in other sectors.
And by joining basically such a program into the KTN, this helps a lot into bridging this gap and get into a better insights. What are the end users' challenges and what they're looking for? And it will help us, as you have seen, into interdisciplinary application, taking our knowledge, our expertise and applying it into other sectors.
Through relationships and also technical development, I don't think that we've experienced a better setup than the KTN IX program.
If I had to sum it up in one thing, it would be kind of this end-to-end support. So it wasn't that we had, a different point of contact for different parts of it and things got lost along the way. No, we were engaging with the same people from the start to finish. So there was this kind of consistency in what we were wanting to do, and there was some ownership of it from the KTN side, which we really valued.
We've got quite a big Innovate UK project now through our networks with the KTN because of getting involved in Innovation Exchange. So I highly recommend it.
Connecting people to make positive change, and that's what Innovation Exchange allows.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Design and Innovation Network platform relaunch. The Design and Innovation Network is over 900 members strong and has been since it started in 2022. Since then, we have created an online platform which is designed to help our platform members connect, communicate, and collaborate with each other. We currently have over 600 activated members on this platform, and we've been working tirelessly over the last few months to improve some features with feedback from the community in the hopes of increasing its communication and collaboration tools. We hope that you find out a lot about this, the platform, and get signed up. So I'm going to hand over to, I'm going to run through the agenda actually of the session. So to start up, we have a small introduction from myself. We'll follow up with a talk about what design and innovation is. I'll run you through who the network is and what its aims and objectives are. We'll have a tutorial on how to use the platform and how to sign up and all the new features that we've added. And then we'll round up the session with some next steps and a Q&A. Don't worry if we don't answer all of your Q&As. We'll receive all of the questions and we'll be following up after this session with a blog post answering all your questions. So don't worry, they will get answered. And for now, that's enough from me. And I'm going to hand over to one of our directors, Steve.
Thanks, Nicole. We thought it'd be useful to have a couple of minutes of general setting of context about what KTN is and where we fit. And I think the best place to start is to explain about Innovate UK. So Innovate UK is the UK's innovation agency, and it provides strategic direction to boost commercialisation, exploitation of ideas, and generally helping the UK economy, both in cash terms, but also in addressing big society issues that we're facing. And we like to think about what goes on in the Innovate UK as a system. So there's a few organisations connected together. Innovate UK is responsible for the funding supply, and there's grant funding, of course. But more than that, there are the other forms of support that are needed to make a functioning innovation ecosystem effective. So, for example, if you're a company that's looking to grow and you think you could grow your market or grow your reach, or you've got something to gain from some support there, you're going to talk to Innovate UK Edge. Then again, if you're developing a product or a service and you need access to some kind of technical incubation laboratory, maybe short-term, maybe longer term, but some specialist help or specialist access to a market to test an idea, then probably you're going to talk to one of the catapults. But if what you need is a connection, if you need to know what's going on in a market somewhere, or if you need a door opened for you or a connection made, then you'll be coming to us, the Knowledge Transfer Network, now known as UK KTN. So our role in this is to do that door opening, finding out who's got what, who needs what, find ways to bring them together. And we know people. We know a lot of people. So the organisation has been around for many years in various forms, as some of you will be aware, I'm sure. And we like to know what's going on so that we can help. But we don't just do this on an ad hoc basis. We also work strategically. We're a group of interested people and friendly people who will always try and help where we can. But we're working on big issues. What does that mean? Of course, if you're a small company and you've got something going on that you need some help with, well, that's a big issue to you, and it's a big issue to us, because our success is really the success of the people we work with. And the designers on the call will know where I'm going with this. Even in the smallest company, what we're talking about is you might be in a local place, but you're in a region, and your region is connected locally, nationally, even internationally. And everything we touch, one way or another, fits into a giant system in the world. And as far as we can see, the big problems that society is facing, both us as a country, but also the whole world, whether you're talking about questions like food security, energy security, or global warming. These are all issues that need looking at a big scale. So at KTN, we work at every scale. And our interest here is, again, to be strategic, and design we see fitting in as a cornerstone of how we work here. And so the purpose of the network, of course, from our view, is it gives us a chance to reach out to people like you who are interested in design and learn what your needs are and what's interesting to you, but also a means for you to reach other people and for us to help you to do that. We have some very, very, very diverse connections, and this is very often what we find. I mentioned earlier, it's not just about funding, and I know it always raises a smile when I say that. But one of my other colleagues has a habit of saying, we'll do everything we can to help you, and if none of that works, we'll give you money. And that's quite a nice expression, because what it really shows is so often we find that somebody just needs an introduction to somebody else who can supply them or who would be interested in their product or how to learn more. So our role in this is that force multiplier for networking and building connections. And thank you for your interest in the network. And we hope to really work with you more, because as you can tell, as you'll certainly learn from by the end of this webinar, we very much believe in design and the power of it and the importance of it and its centrality to solving problems large, medium and small. So with that, I'll hand on to Harry.
Thank you very much, Steve. And good to be here with everyone. Good to have everyone on the call. My name's Harry Carr. I'm Head of Design here at Innovate UK KTN. And I just want to spend a few minutes talking about that point that Steve's introduced. What is design in innovation? One of obviously a key point here when we're talking about the Design in Innovation Network. What do we mean by design in innovation? At its most basic level, design in innovation is simply the process of approaching innovation through three core lenses, asking three key questions before you embark upon the innovation journey. Is the innovation that you're thinking about, that you're trying to develop, is it desirable? Is it solving a real world problem? Is it going to be wanted by the market? Will people, and crucially people, want to use it? Is it viable? Does it make business sense? Is it affordable, marketable, scalable, and profitable? And last of all, is it feasible? Is it technologically possible? Is it within current business capability? Now, these might seem like basic questions, but you'd be surprised at how often people don't ask them early enough in the innovation process. So that's what design at its most basic level is in innovation. Here at Innovate UK KTN and through the Design and Innovation Network, we're committed to progressing that thinking. So we're looking at ideas that might expand the remit of design in innovation. Not only is it desirable by the market, but does it have a real purpose? Is it needed by the market? Is it ethically sourced and developed, produced and distributed? These are much more important questions to society, to innovators, than they have been in the past. They're much more prevalent, and we need design to acknowledge them as well. Not only is the innovation business viable, is it sustainable from a business point of view, but also from an environmental point of view? Not only will the innovation be technologically feasible, but will it fit into wider socio-technical systems that are already existent or will be existent in the near future? We don't expect you to read the whole slides at the moment. Please do come back to the recording and take in the information. But what we're trying to push here is that the Design Innovation Network is a really, really powerful tool for innovators to engage with these conversations and understand the cutting edge of design thinking as it progresses from its basic concepts, and as it can therefore acknowledge the more emerging and complex challenges that we're facing as society today. To that end, we look at design through, if you like, a value staircase. design for many people might just mean something like styling or aesthetic, something that is brought in at the end of an innovation project. Now, we might put that down at designer's style, level 1. Over the last few years, we have pushed for design in projects through interventions such as design foundations or Ignite labs. Design is brought into the development process, but it's often not considered from the start. And it's still something that people consider towards the end of the innovation project and is more to do with styling, aesthetic, form, and look than anything else. We want to push design into these areas, design as a function, as a core function of the business of innovation programs. Design as strategy, where it's built into the business model itself, and design as an enabler of systems, as an enabler of ecosystems which support innovation. So design is a connector between different organizations within a system, all of which are striving to meet or address a challenge or challenges. Now, we understand design can be used to this extent. It is being used in many organizations to this extent now. It's not used as widely as we would like within business, but that's part of the role of the Design Innovation Network, is to engage innovators like you in these conversations so that we can push the role of design further and further and add value to not just innovation projects or innovation teams, but the innovation ecosystem which supports them. The Design Innovation team here at Innovate UK KTN, we are a relatively small team, but perfectly formed. We support the Design Innovation Network, of course, which has nearly 1,000 members now. We've engaged over 120 businesses through interventions such as the Ignite labs. And we also manage the development and the exploitation of the Innovation Canvas, which you can find online as well. And more information will be sent out as well afterwards. Over 1,200 of those have been exploited. That's a really valuable design-led project management tool that helps people understand the opportunities and challenges in any given innovation project. Now, the Design Innovation team, we sit within a wider ecosystem that supports design across UKRI. Now, that involves the Innovate UK system, which Steve elaborated on earlier on, but also we work with colleagues from across the UKRI system, such as the Arts Humanities Research Council, that of course funds research into design and creative industries, the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council that looks more at the engineering, design and manufacturing end of things, and the Economic and Social Research Council, which of course funds crucial research into social sciences, human, economic and social factors that we know underpin so much of design in innovation. Design Council has now joined the UKRI family, and we look forward to working with them more closely. And of course, we work very closely indeed with the Catapult network and their emerging cross-Catapult design network as well. So that's a little bit of a snapshot of what we mean by design and innovation and in the innovation ecosystem. And with that, I'd like to hand back over to my colleague, Nicole, who'll talk a bit more about the Design and Innovation Network. Thank you.
Thanks, Harry. So yes, my name is Nicole. I realized I didn't introduce myself at the beginning, and I'm the Design and Innovation Network lead. So now you've heard a little bit about what design and innovation is, who KTN is, and how we sit within the wider Innovate UK system and wider UKRI system. So now we're going to talk about what the Design and Innovation Network is. The Design and Innovation Network is a community of cross-sector collaboration. The Innovation Network is a, sorry for technical difficulty, bear with me. The Innovation Network, the Design and Innovation Network, shorthand as DIN, is an exciting community of cross-cutting and cross-sector innovators powered by the Design and Innovation team. Our goal is to inspire and enable innovators to embrace design in a more comprehensive way. We want to do that by promoting tools, methodologies, and mindsets that prioritize human-centered design and systems-aware design. Our mission is to achieve measurable improvement in innovation outcomes by embedding excellent design throughout the innovation process. So for us, design is an end-to-end holistic process. It's not the nice bit of color and aesthetics you put on at the end of the project or the beginning brainstorming part of the project. it is the whole system. For us, design is the landscape in which the innovation takes place. We welcome innovators from various fields. If you don't see your field here, that doesn't mean we don't classify you as an innovator, but just to highlight who we do classify as innovators, we're looking at engineers, SME directors, strategists, economists, scientists, consultants, even designers themselves. So what are the benefits of being a member of our network? There are multiple benefits to being a member of our network. As a member, you'll have access to valuable resources, funding opportunities, and a wealth of information on how to embed design within your organization. And we aim to do this through monthly sector-focused campaigns. Innovate UK released a plan for action in 2021, and this set out 3 domains for focus: net zero, digital and tech, and healthy living, with design as a foundation to these domains. Here at Innovate UK KTN, and as part of the Design Innovation Network, we're planning to support these domains and with the foundation of design by doing monthly focus campaigns through our activities. So the 3 themes that we'll be focusing on as part of the Design Innovation Network is net zero sustainable industries, healthy living and tech, and place skills and knowledge transfer. And each month you'll notice that we'll have a focus on a different theme. So this month of June, our theme is healthy living. The other benefits we see of being a member of our network are making powerful connections. So really the reason for being on the platform, we have members of our network, but also members of our platform. The exciting benefits of being part of the platform and signing up to the platform is the ability to make powerful connections and build impactful collaborations through our various tools. You have access to thought leadership through our new podcast series. We'll be sharing monthly blogs, as well as having in-person events for some networking and sharing valuable tools and methodologies. You'll also receive up-to-date information on relevant funding opportunities, not just within design, but within the whole UKRI system. And you'll also have the opportunity to connect with those various diverse communities within the UKRI system, as well as sector-focused innovation networks within Innovate UK KTN, such as the Circular Economy Network. You'll also have the opportunity to connect with designers on the platform as well. The other benefit of being part of the platform is a closer connection and the engagement with the design and innovation team here at KTN. So we'll be hosting monthly online webinars, as well as hosting in-person events and allow you to connect and communicate with us closer. So what are the ways that you can engage with the network? There are 4 main ways to engage with the network, and the first is to sign up to the platform. Like I said at the beginning, our network is huge, and a lot of the members of our network communicate and connect with each other on our platform. Best way to engage with the network members on the platform is to proactively contribute to conversations going on. So you can start a discussion thread on our network forum. This is an opportunity for you to raise concerns that you may have, share successes, and pass on learning. Join a discussion thread. If there's an interesting conversation taking place, join it, be part of the community, be part of the conversation. Add to our knowledge banks. Leanne will shortly go through the knowledge banks and be sharing. Leanne will shortly go through through all the features, and will showcase the knowledge banks, and she'll be able to show where we gather all of our information, toolkits, frameworks, and things like that we can share. The third way is networking at our in-person events. So we plan to host 3 to 4 in-person events this year, all within our themed focus. So we've cited September for healthy living as one of our first events. And then the last way is to maybe invite people from the community to a relevant event that you're organising, or set up your own meetups. These can be virtual, these can be in person, especially regionally and locally. So if you're situated in Bath, take a look at our Connect feature, see what other businesses and innovators are around in Bath, and set up a 1 hour virtual chat, set up a coffee or set up a lunch. Together, we'll unlock the full potential of design in driving innovation performance and breaking down the barriers to its adoption. Thank you very much, and I'm going to pass on now to Leanne, who's going to take you through the Innovation Network platform tutorial and the new features that we have.
Great, thanks Nicole. Good morning to you all. My name's Leanne Fowles and I work at Innovate UK KTN's Design and Innovation team. Today I'm going to be walking you through the Design and Innovation platform and how to use each function to maximise your usability. I'll run you through some snapshots and visuals explaining how to sign up and update your profile, and then I'll walk you through a live tutorial on the platform. So let's get started. So once discovering the link to the platform, you'll find the landing page, which allows you to either log in or join. If you do have an existing profile, then you'll be able to log back in, but please do ensure that you update your profile as the current sign-up form has been revamped and improved for better usability. So once you've selected join or request to join, you'll be greeted with a sign-up form which asks you a variety of questions ranging from your name to the sector that you're innovating in and who you'd like to connect with within the Design Innovation Network. Here is an example of what the form will look like once it's been filled in by yourself. For the purpose of this tutorial, the format of this form has been broken down for visual display, but it is a scroll down format on the sign-up form. Once you've submitted your form, an alert will pop up to say that your request to join has been submitted, and you'll be contacted via your email once your request has been reviewed. Please then check your emails and look out for an email subjected "You're in, welcome to Design Innovation Network," and you'll see the Activate Your Account button. Please do remember to check your junk, as frustratingly, the activation email can end up in there. Once you've activated your account, you will need to set up a password for your account, and there's an ability to share your location. Please be as specific or as brief as you wish with the shared location, as it will show on your profile and on the map when people are looking for connections locally and regionally. In the past, people have used their corporate head office location, which can be helpful if you're office-based, but if you work from home, then you may miss out on regional-based activities. You'll then receive an email to let you know that you're all signed up and you can begin to enjoy the Design Innovation Network platform. Once you log in, you'll be directed to the welcome page, which you can use as a guide for next steps. You'll find prompts on what to do, how to navigate, and how to get started. I'll go into detail about each of those areas of the platform in more detail during the live tutorial. So now we move over to updating your profile. So for users who are rejoining the platform, it is really important that when you log back into the platform using your original email, that you update your profile. On the top bar of the page, you'll see an icon which has a drop-down of many options. To update your profile, please select My Profile. You'll then see an option to edit each area of your profile. If you're a new user, these will already be populated through the questions you were asked during the sign-up process, but we appreciate that jobs and ambitions for connecting with the Design Innovation Network can change whilst being a member, so it's important that you have the knowledge to know how to change these further down the line if needed. Here is an example of what the page will look like once you've made those edits to your profile, but do remember to press save on each section. As mentioned previously, if you're a returning user, your profile will look like this. So please do follow the process and go into your account and make these changes to your profile. We'll be sharing the step-by-step guide on the platform for you all to access in the design column section. So if there's any steps you've missed or you're struggling to update your profile, please do check it out. Equally, we're running a diagnostic session online this Friday on the 9th of June for anyone who's struggling to join the platform. I'm now going to share my screen and go into a live tutorial element of this webinar. So as discussed, we've got a new fresh look and feel on the platform, and we've updated some of the features to improve the community's engagement to make it easier for you all to self-collaborate and have access to a variety of resources. Excuse me. So we move over to the live feed. So The live feed. So this is a space where the design innovation team at Innovate UK KTN will share upcoming and useful information with the community. So keep an eye on this space for anything new. This could be throughout the events. This could be any upcoming blog posts or design column posts. So do keep an eye on the live feed, as we will be posting on that. We then have the home section. So the home section is like your own little lobby, which shows you a preview of recent activity. You can see, again, upcoming events, recently added users, and news articles. So that's, like I say, your own little lobby. There's an area where you can look into your recent posts, events that you've that you've signed up to, and an easier way to click into your account. On the drop down of the home, there is events, knowledge bank, and design column and podcasts. And I'll go into each one of these in a bit more detail. So we'll start off with events. So we've got many opportunities over the coming year to connect in person and online. You have the ability to attend our events or ask questions during our Design Innovation Monthly webinar too. We'll be present at many events this year, so do keep up to date with our event schedule. Within the events section, you'll see all of our upcoming events that are either Design Innovation Network run events, Innovate UK events, or events we think that you'll be interested in, or events that we will be attending. I'll move over to the knowledge bank. So the design team will post useful resources here and ask questions that the community may have. These groups are open for anyone on the platform to share resources or advice. These knowledge banks are a great first point of call for design-related support. At present, we've got design toolkits, funding opportunities, and design and innovation FAQs. And we hope to grow this bank of useful knowledge for you all. If you've got any other ideas, though, do get in touch with the team, because we'd love to add what you've got onto our toolkits. And just to also give you just an opening of what our design toolkits look like, we have many available that we've put in there, but one that I'd like to open your eyes to is the innovation canvas that was previously discussed. So do check it out. We then move over to the design column. So this is a space where we'll be posting regular updates, reflections, and opportunities from our team. We'll be running a monthly blog reflecting the month previous with a month look ahead. And please see our recent May reflection, June look ahead for some more details on what to look forward to. I'll then move over to our podcast. So excitingly, please all do get ready for our brand new podcast series, Silent Designers, hosted by Steve Welsh, Director of Place Skills and Knowledge Transfer, Innovate UK KTN, and Catherine Waldman, Creative Director at Hayden Gray Copyright Agency. So this 8-part series will open your eyes to a vast scope and breadth of design used in innovation. We'll explore how design adds value to organisations and sectors, sharing expert knowledge and real-life examples of design's impact within the innovation space. Our first episode is coming out at the end of the month, which we're all really looking forward to. So we hope you enjoy that. I'll move over to the network forum. So our network forum feature will allow you to self-collaborate with other innovators in our network, finding partners and answers to innovation challenges. Use the forum to voice your challenges and successes. To create a discussion, please select New Discussion and choose a subject, and make sure to include a description of your question or challenge. To help get the right questions to the right people or sectors, we've included some categories which you might find useful to tag, as these can be used in the front end too when looking at previous discussions. Once you have posed a question, you can choose to notify people if needed. This could include notifying a specific sector, a specific cluster, location, or someone who uses design versus someone wanting to use design. And you have the ability to search through using that. The next one is Connect. So this is a really popular feature of ours. So this one is finding relevant people to connect with through the filtering functionality. This is the feature on the platform that allows you to browse other people's profiles and search the map for connections. On the left side here, it will show recently active users, and on the right, there'll be a map in which you can zoom in and out of. If you were looking for specific connections in London, you can zoom into specific towns or cities. Being able to filter within this connect feature has actually proven really helpful to users in the past for searching for connections. An example would be filtering for someone who wants to use design in their innovation, and then you can check out their profile by clicking into their profile and going through that. So we hope that's useful. Lastly, there is a direct messaging functionality. So this platform has the functionality of direct messaging when you want to take the conversation offline. This may be useful for when someone hasn't displayed their email on their profile and they'd like to take the conversation off of a forum into a more private space. So thanks for listening, everyone. We really hope that you found that tutorial useful and the run through of our recently refreshed platform useful, and that you have an enjoyable time exploring the site and its features. Please do get in touch if you have any further questions about the functionality or any niggles that you find whilst exploring the site. As said previously, I am running a diagnostic session on the Friday this week. So if you have any issues, do join that. And thank you so much for your time. I look forward to connecting with you all on the platform. I'll hand back over to Nicole for updates on upcoming activities.
Thank you so much, Leanne. So upcoming activities. We've got a year almost scheduled out of upcoming activities for Design Innovation Network, and June is set to be a very, very busy month for us. So this is what our June highlights look like. So next week is London Tech Week, which is coming sponsored by Innovate UK. And there'll be a lot of team members from Innovate UK and Innovate UK KTN at this event. Myself and Leanne will be there on Tuesday, the 13th of June to network and connect with you in person. So if you happen to be at the event, please let us know, either direct message us on the platform or comment on a post on the platform, or get in touch with us via LinkedIn, whichever is the most easiest for you, and we can arrange a time to catch up and meet with you. On the 22nd of June, we have the first of our monthly webinars. So for members who are existing previously, you may remember we had design drop-ins. We've replaced these weekly sessions with a 1-hour monthly webinar. The reason why we replaced this is that we want to bring more sector-focused support by having colleagues from our sector-focused teams within KTN. So as I mentioned earlier, June is Healthy Living and Tech Month. And so for our webinar on the 22nd of June, we'll be joined by Knowledge Transfer Manager for Health, Catherine Wilkinson, and Knowledge Transfer Manager for Life Sciences, specifically Health and Care, David Calder, who'll be able to answer any questions you have related to this sector. And of course, you're welcome to chat with myself and Leanne about any questions you have about the platform, any funding opportunities that are coming up as well. On the 29th of June, we've got our new podcast series called Silent Designers, which we're very, very excited to be launching. The first session is going to be with our Head of Operations, Anna Wilson from 52 North. And she's had a really exciting conversation with our co-host, Steve Welch and Catherine Wildman. As Leanne mentioned, the aim of the podcast is to showcase the scope and the breadth of design used within innovation. Anna herself wouldn't have called herself a designer, but she is using design on a daily basis in multiple ways, from designing new products to also designing processes. I won't give it all of Anna's background away, so do tune in on the 29th of June, where we'll be publishing the podcast on our platform. And each episode will have a different focus. So Anna's from a health background. Next month, our episode will be on net zero. So do stay tuned in for that. So we're coming to near the end of our session, and we want to leave you with some key next steps. So if you've forgotten everything else that we've said, because we have talked a lot, do remember these 4 next steps. Please sign up to the platform. It's where you'll be able to unlock the best benefits of being a member of our network. Number 2 is to update your profile. So for those who are existing members, you may notice that your profile is now clear, and that is because we have a new sign-up process. So please do go in, edit and update your profile. It is the best way for other users on the platform to be able to connect with you, to be able to find you, And it's the best way to form those collaborations. So please do update your profile. If you are new, your profile will be populated through the sign up form, but do double check that your profile is up to date and you're happy with how it looks. Number 3, please contribute to our conversations. So the network forum is where all conversations outside of the ones on direct messaging will be happening on the platform. So please do join a discussion, start a discussion, share a thought that you have, share an idea, share your successes. If you've done something really well, we'd like to hear from you. The best way that we're going to be able to innovate effectively and efficiently and tackle the challenges that we face today is by sharing our knowledge and by sharing information. So do please contribute to our conversations. And finally, find people. Our unique tool, our unique Connect tool is what makes the platform so special compared to just being a member of the network, because it will allow you on your own to find exactly who you're looking for. And we can obviously support with that, but it'll allow you to do that at a much faster rate and in a way that's personal to you. So we have amazing features like I want to. So if you're looking for a specific sort of design help, you'll be able to find who on our platform offers that. If you do find that you've searched through a filter and you can't find anyone, please do get in touch with us, either by messaging us on the platform or by sending us an email to our email address. It's been awesome to run through this session with you, and then we're going to jump to some question and answers. So I'm going to read out some questions, and then myself and members of the team will answer those questions. So thank you all. So we've got question number 1 has come through. Bear with me one moment.
Question 1 is, research is key to understanding the need for a particular innovation. Do you see the terms design as encompassing this research?
I'm happy to take this question. Hi again, everyone. Just to recap the question, thank you, Leanne. Research is key to understanding the need for a particular innovation. Do you see the term design as encompassing this research? In brief, absolutely, yes, we do. But there's a nuanced answer here that I'd just like to quickly go through. Obviously, research into the need for innovation is absolutely key to any innovation journey, and any designer worth their salt, any person using design will go through this research process. It's an absolutely crucial part of any innovation journey. However, there's also the question of design research into design processes and approaches and methodologies itself. And we strongly urge those people who are going to engage through the network to have a look at the incredibly rich design research portfolio that is extant across the UKRI system. As I mentioned earlier on, we work closely with our colleagues at the research councils, without wanting to be too exclusive here, but in particular, the Economics and Social Research Council, the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council, and the Arts and Humanities Research Council all have very rich design research portfolios. Please go to Gateway to Research. If you Google Gateway to Research, you will find a website that is a repository of all the research funded by UKRI. You can filter that through design, and you can understand not only how research is a key part of the design process, but also the cutting edge, up-to-date research into design itself, the new frameworks, methodologies, approaches, and tools the researchers are developing right now to enhance the use of design. So not just using research as a part of the design process, but understanding design as a dynamic practice itself that is constantly being innovated and updated by researchers. So that website again is Gateway to Research. Please Google it and you'll find yourself on the website and have a look through the portfolio. I will hand over to Nicole for question 2.
Yeah, so question 2 is, in a company, do you advise that there be a designer, like there's a product owner, tech lead, or head of sales? So we don't feel that there necessarily needs to be someone with a design background or design function. One of the great aims of the Design Innovation Network is to show innovators how to embed design within their own organizations. That's not to say that we're trying to replace designers. There is an extreme skill set found in designers that only designers can do. But what we're saying is that we can teach and train everybody and educate everybody by sharing methodologies and toolkits that can allow you to embed design within your own organization. So there does not need to be a design owner specifically. And really, if we look back to the design staircase, companies that operate on a level 4 where design is strategy, it will allow design to be embedded from the very basics all the way through your process and through your strategic organization. So it's advised that you do have people who own those areas, but it's not a requirement. Really, what it needs to be is a top-down approach. So your senior levels, managements and above need to have that really clear understanding and value to design, and then it can flow through on a company-wide level. And I'll just on from that with three, which is where can we find resources or documents on design as part. One is the plan for action, which link.
Hi, I'm just going
for technical difficulties.
Sorry, just technical difficulties there, Nicole. Just to recap what Nicole was saying there, where can we find resources or white papers on design and the KTN themes? In very short order here, one thing we would say is absolutely on the network platform. That's a key aim of the tool, is to help you find the resources and methodologies and papers and think pieces and blog posts on the role of design, but also more widely on KTN themes and challenges and projects and programs that are being developed that we think will be relevant to our community. I would stress here that the aim of the Design and Innovation Network is to be a hugely multidisciplinary, multi-sector community. And so we're not just tied to design, we're tied to the value of design to other challenges. So you will hear of other challenges and other opportunities there as well. And please do keep in touch with KTN. If you want the latest information, if you find that there's something that's missing from the network, get in touch with us directly and we can discuss further. I'm going to hand over to Leanne now for question 4.
Yes, so question 4, how long to wait once an application to join the KTN platform has been submitted? So it's probably going to be around 2 days, 1 to 2 days. We're going to be pretty active on the platform, so we should be accepting applications daily. So please don't worry, we will be accepting you in. And I think there's another question around cluster that I'll just pick up now. So what does cluster refer to within the user's profile on the platform? So it's the professional title, it's the corporate title. That's what that comes under the cluster.
Great, thank you, Leanne. I'm going to jump in for question 5 here. A really interesting question here. How regional is the network so far? Are there any established regional groups, or is that an aim as more members join? The network is national in scope, but we are very, very keen on pushing the theme of place. We know through collaboration with colleagues, for example, at Design Council, who publish their fantastic design economy on a regular basis, the should we say unequal distribution of design, particularly according to design disciplines, whether that's digital or service design, product design, strategic design, speculative futures design. These aren't necessarily equally distributed throughout the country. They are usually based in region. And one of the aims of the network is to highlight these regional strengths and scale them up to national capability. Now, at the moment, there's regionality to the network, but that is still emerging. And we hope through this relaunch to really get to grips with where those regional strengths are, where there's capability that we can exploit and leverage, where there's perhaps room for development, and room for greater capability that we can help build. And those areas that might be using only one type of design or one type of design at a sort of level of low complexity, and we can really push that through as well. Now, as Nicole and Leanne have said, one of the best ways of doing this is for you, the innovators, to engage on the network and help us understand exactly where you feel those strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and challenges are on a regional basis. So please do engage with us quite proactively on that question. I'm going to jump in on question 6 as well, if that's okay. I'm applying for an Innovate UK grant. Where could I find collaborators? Well, one area will be on the network platform. If you're looking for a design collaborator or any other type of collaborator who's in your innovation area, you're quite likely to find someone who is working in a similar space, who might have experience of working collaboratively, might even have experience of a collaborative grant that you can discuss this. But of course, also come to Innovate UK KTN. Please do get in touch with the design and innovation team. And if it's to do with design collaboration, we can absolutely help. If it's not necessarily within our remit or our field, we'll know the people who can help you. Innovate UK KTN. To go back to Steve Welsh's comment at the top of this call, we know a lot of people and we're very, very keen to connect you with the right person. But the key thing for us is to be able to break down your need so that we can find you the appropriate channels, the appropriate collaborators. So please do engage with the network platform in the first instance. If you can't find someone through the platform, please do get in touch with the team and we'll be more than happy to help.
Just to add to that, Harry, as well, the forum is a great place for anyone to come in and to look for collaborators too, just posting questions on there and seeing if we can find, if they can't find the right connection, then maybe we can too. So that's just to add to that question.
Thanks, Leanne.
Nicole, there's a question for you here. How can I join the Design Innovation Network, please? What web link should I use to join?
There's a few different ways to join Design Innovation Network. The first way is there's a link on the Innovate UK KTN design page. There are links shared across LinkedIn, and there's also ways to access the web link through personal invitation. So if you can't find any of the links, do get in touch with us. And we'll share those out, and obviously along with the recording, a link to the platform will be sent out and all the relevant links as well. And I think that is all of our questions. So on behalf of myself and the team, thank you very much for joining us for this webinar, and we hope to have a lot more signups on the platform and a really engaging community of cross-sector innovators. We're looking forward to the exciting conversations that we're going to be having, and all the problems we hope to put the world to right through design and solve a lot of problems together. So yes, thank you very much again, and we'll see you shortly.
Innovate's UK KTN Innovation Exchange provides ambitious solution providers with the opportunity to collaborate with key industry stakeholders, helping these major businesses discover the most innovative solutions to solve real-world problems.
IX is a bit different to any other open innovation programme that you might see. What I love about it is if a challenge holder, as we define them, has a problem that they can't solve with their existing supply chain, we help reach parts of the supply chain that they wouldn't normally reach. I guess we have a black book that other organisations might not have at their fingertips.
First of all, it's the challenge owners, and they really like it because it allows them to get access to new ideas from different sectors of people they wouldn't normally meet. And the second party are the solution providers. And what they really struggle with is getting access, getting their foot through the door to the right people. And this takes them and introduces them to the right people with the technical skills that will assess what they're proposing.
It helps people find things they didn't know. It's those solutions that, gosh, never even thought that would work, or I didn't know that we could sell that to those. And that's the advantage for both sides.
The main benefit of Innovation Exchange is it breaks down barriers, it breaks down silos. Innovation and commercialisation is perceived as incredibly difficult. The IX process facilitates the transition of technology through to commercialisation across sectors.
Large companies, small companies, everybody's busy, everybody is tied up. We try and reduce the amount of time that you need to put into to get what you require.
So with the Innovation Exchange, we've proven it to be successful primarily in the energy sector. However, net zero gives us a great opportunity to step into other sectors. In addition, we have potential growth areas with local authorities. We can create an Innovation Exchange for the investor network. So there are a great number of areas where this can grow.
The way we've designed the IX process makes it really easy for public sector organisations to implement, as it maps perfectly to the innovation partnership procurement routes.
The solutions that we've been able to extract through the process, we've reached out to, I think, some 40,000 businesses across the UK. We've really gained from the technologists in the KTN and the real subject matter experts that could really help us to distinguish from what might be good projects to what are excellent projects. We've really been able to get the cream of the crop through that to get to some really, really exciting, promising, highly innovative projects that I think without the KTN we wouldn't necessarily have been able to find.
Our technology began initially in the food industry, and then by the help of KTN we managed to move it into nuclear industry, but also now we are thinking of its use in other sectors.
And by joining basically such a program into the KTN, this helps a lot into bridging this gap and get into a better insights. What are the end users' challenges and what they're looking for? And it will help us, as you have seen, into interdisciplinary application, taking our knowledge, our expertise and applying it into other sectors.
Through relationships and also technical development, I don't think that we've experienced a better setup than the KTN IX program.
If I'd sum it up in one thing, it would be kind of this end-to-end support. So it wasn't that we had, a different point of contact for different parts of it and things got lost along the way. No, we were engaging with the same people from the start to finish. So there was this kind of consistency in what we were wanting to do, and there was some ownership of it from the KTN side, which we really valued.
We've got quite a big Innovate UK project now through our networks with the KTN because of getting involved in Innovation Exchange. So I highly recommend it.
Connecting people to make positive change, and that's what Innovation Exchange allows.